Welcome to Community America Ballpark. I am Matt Fulks, Director of Media Relations, along with a couple pitchers here for the T-Bones. And throughout the year here on the website, and you're going to get a chance to meet some of the T-Bones. But these guys have a great story. And first off, Brian Grening, Steve Kent. As we're recording this, Brian has had really just two really good starts your last two times out. I mean, I know you didn't get the win last week on the road, but a great performance against Newark. You feeling pretty good right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. Just trying to, do everything I can to prepare myself each week. This is my first time starting, so everything's kind of new. But like I said, just trying to prepare myself, and then, just taking whatever comes and worrying about it later. And I think it's worked out so far, and just trying to keep it rolling.
So you're coming out of the bullpen before? Yeah,
this is definitely my first time being a starter day in and day out, so this is all a little bit new.
Is it a big difference going from the pen to rotation in terms of, I mean, obviously in terms of number of innings you want to go, but even just the mental aspect and the way you approach it?
I try to not make it any different. I remember my college coach, because I did both in college, and he'd always say to me, he's like, just like a bullpen appearance, because it's the same game. So I try not to make a difference. I know it is, but it's just, it's still pitching and getting guys out. So, it's not that big of a difference mentally for me, I guess.
Now, your roommate, Steve Kent, you guys have a cool story because you're from Australia, you're from the States, and you pitch down under, and you've been up here several seasons now. What is this season in Kansas City is your first one, but how many seasons have you been up here in the States?
This will be my 7th season that I've been going back and forth between Australia and over here in the States. So, yeah, I've been doing it a while now, but like you said, this is my first year in Kansas City, and so far I'm loving it.
Are you?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to get into. First off, how you ended up here in Kansas City?
Well, this year during spring training, I was with the Royals. I ended up getting released at the end of camp, so I started asking around my buddies that have connection in any ball, if they could help me out trying to get a job, because I wanted to keep playing. And Brian, we played together over in Australia, and we were real good friends. We became good friends over there, and he's like, well, I'll speak to my coach and see what I can do. So he spoke to Kenny, and Kenny ended up calling me, and we kind of worked something out, and I'm really happy to be here.
So for you, it was, you must be good friends. You want this guy to come all the way to Kansas City and stay in Kansas City.
Well, it was awesome because we lived right next to each other in Canberra, and then, we rode a field, we roomed together, and then, I didn't want to get my hopes up when I first thought about it after he got released, so I didn't think too much about it. And then all of a sudden he called and was like, dude, we're going to be teammates again. So, I still didn't believe it until he picked me up from the airport when I rolled in here. So it was cool when it actually got all worked out.
Now, I've talked to a lot of former roommates that, not necessarily both the same position, but, maybe a pitcher and a catcher, or pitcher and a first baseman, whatever. But is it good that two pitchers are living together? And, I mean, do you guys kind of help each other out and say, hey, why don't you try this or that or that type of thing?
To be honest, we don't talk about pitching that much. I feel like we both kind of have an idea of what each of us want to do. I've got my kind of plan. Brian's got an awesome, routine that he sticks to every day, and he knows what he's doing. So we kind of talk about other things. Yeah, we don't talk about baseball a whole lot.
Well, in that routine that he mentioned, we're going to get that. We've been doing these instructional videos. We're going to be getting Brian on one of those soon, because he's quite the fitness guy, I think.
Oh, he is. Oh, well, yeah. No, he is. I'll go ahead and talk. He's been helping me out a lot, like with healthy eating. He's a crazy healthy eater, so yeah, big time. So he's been helping me out, and yeah, watching him go about his business you can definitely learn a lot. He's very strict with his routine, and yeah, it helps him out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. Like, I just started a new diet before I came out here, and Kenty's gotten on it, and it's been like fun going at it together, and we both help each other out. But on another note too, like, yeah, we try not to talk about baseball off the field, because you gotta take a break mentally, and that's the time to do it, and that makes you come out here with a fresh mind. So he's definitely right when you say we talk about other things like having fun and things like that. So.
Now, we found out how he ended up here, but how'd you end up pitching in Australia?
I actually was kind of my own promoter, and I just called around, emailed all the teams, and knew I wanted to go play winter ball, and I'd played in Columbia the winter before, and their league's a little bit more shaky. And then talked to the coach for Canberra, and he was like, yeah, you can definitely come out and play here. So I saved up my money, and then went out and flew out there and found out the league is awesome. They do a great job, and then got an awesome host family, and then it just steamrolled from there.
Are there big differences? I mean, for you going down there, is there a big difference in the game at all? Or is there, as far as the talent goes and the way it's played?
There's not a big difference in the game, but it's a much less popular sport. So the people that are into it are really into it. The people that have no idea about it are like still trying to learn. So it's kind of a different fan base, but I'd say the talent level is awesome. The Australian players are really good. The league is really good. The fields are really nice. But everyone's like really enthusiastic about learning a new game because cricket's their big thing, and it's kind of a spin off that. So they got great attitudes, and the fans are really good.
Was it kind of that same question for you? Is it a lot different with that crowd in mind? Is it different when you came up here? As far as the popularity and
yeah, like Brian was saying, baseball is kind of a new sport to Australia. And he was saying the people that are into it are super enthusiastic, and us as players, we're really passionate about the game because we want it to succeed. We want to bring new people into the game, and the new league over there has really helped it out. The number of juniors that have started registering now has gone up something like 300%, maybe more than that. Like, wow. It's crazy how many people get into the game, and people like it because cricket can go for 5 days and they can tie. No one will win. But they can come out, watch game baseball for 3 hours, get entertained in between the innings, so people are really catching on. It's good for the sport in Australia.
Now, did you grow up playing cricket at all?
I didn't. I actually grew up playing baseball. My dad's been playing since he was 9 years old, so I was born with baseball in my hand, and yeah, I'm thankful for him that he kind of brought me up with baseball because, it's a great sport, and, I love to be out here.
Well, we're glad you guys are in Kansas City. It's been fun watching you guys and just seeing you guys interact. 'Cause this clubhouse, you guys are all pretty close knit, or getting there.
Yeah, definitely. Like I've told people a million times. I had 6 years in affiliated baseball with a major league team, and there's so many rules. Everyone's trying to take everyone's job, so you don't really have the whole team atmosphere that you do here. This has been awesome. Everyone's got each other's back. We're really trying to win, and it's just a real good feel around the clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. It's definitely a good group of guys, and it's that team atmosphere that you don't get in affiliated ball where, winning is more important than player development. So it's definitely a different aspect of the game and something a little bit different focus on how you approach things, because you'd almost rather win and do poorly than lose and do good, your personal performance. So it's a different approach.
But ultimately, you both want to get to that next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's still both of our dreams to make it to the major leagues, but we're both having fun doing this in the meantime. So, yeah.
Well, guys, we appreciate you doing this today. Again, Brian Grening, Steve Kent, watch them, and thanks for watching this video.